What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video I want to briefly talk about content locking, and first I want to compare it with sweepstakes and surveys, and then I want to show you an easy method that you can get started with content locking in order to make money. So I know in a lot of previous videos I've been talking a lot about strategy and different tactics, but here I want to keep it simple. I just want to show you a couple of simple methods that you can go in order to capitalize right away. So first of all, I have this diagram here, and I know a lot of people are asking me, hey James, should I start with sweepstakes? Should I start with surveys, email submits? Should I do content locking? And I want to explain to you real quick that there is a big difference between content locking and pretty much everything else. So like sweepstakes, surveys, any kind of submits, zip submits, address submits. So think of it as two categories, right? You have content locking, you have surveys, sweepstakes, and then you have the other things. You have maybe dating offers, you have niche offers. So think of it as content locking, sweepstakes, surveys, and then you have the niche offers, right? So the thing about sweepstakes and surveys, yes, they pay very quickly. You can get $2, $3 per action. But the problem with them is it's usually not targeted traffic, right? So a lot of them are like iPhone 11 giveaway or Samsung giveaway. And it's hard to find this kind of targeted traffic. I mean, you cannot build a site. You cannot buy Google keywords. You can go, and Facebook is also very hard targeting, right? I mean, pretty much how do you find people that are interested in iPhone 11, right? Maybe target, younger generation, but not all of them would be willing to do it, right? So it's a little bit harder, right? So now, of course, there are targeted, I call them niche sweepstakes and surveys, right? This would be something like, register for a chance to win a home makeover or a chance to win something specific. So if you go to those surveys, you have, better targeting options. And still, you cannot really do Google keywords. You cannot really build a site around it. It's a little bit more challenging, right? Surveys and sweepstakes. You really have to know what you're doing. On the other hand, content locking is very direct, right? It's like, it's almost like, you don't have to change anything, right? It's like you have a page, you have content, you just put a lock in the middle, and that is it, right? That is it. You have a page about dating, right? You want to give out maybe a guide, like a dating guide, a PDF. You content lock it. You have maybe a page about photography, and you want to give out special camera settings or presets, or maybe a guide for a special camera. You content locking, right? It's just much more direct and very, very simple. Now, of course, it comes with its own challenges. Nothing is perfect. There are pros and cons to every method. But I want to make sure you understand the difference, right? Content locking is all targeted traffic, right? It's about, okay, I have a page, I'm getting traffic to it. Let's say I have a blog, and it's not really hard to start a blog. I have a niche blog, and I just content lock a piece of it, okay? And that's it. They have to get it. They have to complete an action. Nothing is free in this world. There's no free lunch. Okay, you got to complete an action, and you get to download this premium content, right? On the other hand, sweepstakes and surveys, it's like, okay, they complete the survey and then they're gone, right? With content locking, at least they get to download the content. Okay, when they complete the sweepstakes and survey, they're gone unless you got their email, but that's another step, right? So you guys got to understand that the flow is completely different. And so you're much, in my opinion, right, you can get away with content locking much more than with sweepstakes and surveys. And the reason for that is that, it's very hard to run sweepstakes and surveys on Facebook because it goes directly to a third-party offer. Where with content locking, you already have a site, you're already getting traffic. Okay, so you content lock one part of your site, or you content lock one page. Let's say you have 10 pages. Facebook is not going to ban you if you content lock something. It's not like, okay, well, I content lock, I have sites, but I don't use CPA content locking, but I asked them to give me an email, right? I just content lock up, you want to download this PDF special report, this video, whatever it may be, you want to watch this special video, okay, give me your email. Everybody's doing it, right? So while everybody is not doing CPA content locking, they're still content locking, right? And that's what an opt-in offer is. That's what a lead magnet is. So there are pros and cons to both, to both things, but you have to understand when they complete the survey, they're gone. When they complete the lock, you still have them because they have to go to your site in order to get the lock, right? So it depends on the flow. It depends on the actual network right now. And now I want to show you a quick method where you can, capitalize on content locking if that's what you want to do. So the other day I was basically on YouTube and I was Googling one of these subscribe animations that a lot of people put on their videos. And basically it's a graphic, it's an animation, and it basically goes like this. Let me show you real quick. So it basically, it does something like this. So if I go here, and it basically says, click here, there's the thing, it has a little animation. And sometimes there's an arrow. Okay, here's an arrow. And this is exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to put that in some of my videos, just to get people to liking them and subscribing them, right? It's that kind of thing. And so they also have, there's some other, animations, and there's unsubscribe, click the notification bell. They also give you a green kind of background. And from my understanding, this is like a green screen, which means that you can actually change the background that you want. So it's fairly customizable from my understanding. And so you can download it here, and then there's something else you can download here and things like that. Now, the way, this is a perfect content locking opportunity, right? Number one, this is not a competitive niche, right? You're not doing affiliate marketing. You're not doing something super competitive. This is just a green screen animated subscribe button, right? And this video got over 2 million views in about a year, right? So that's a lot, right? That's a decent amount of views. And imagine how many clicks they got, right? They have these clicks. And what you can do, guys, is that you can have, maybe a link to a page, and you can have two links, maybe, one link to one page, or maybe two links to separate pages. And then you have two versions of this thing. The first version is just the media, right? It's just like a file, a movie that you can just import and start using, right? It's a free version. No harm, no foul. It works. And the second version would be something that's customizable, right? So let's say you're designing this in an app. Maybe you're using After Effects or Adobe After Effects, or maybe Apple Motion, or maybe something similar. And you basically decided this animation. I believe you can also do it in like Keynote or something like that, or Microsoft's PowerPoint. But don't quote me on that. And so you basically, and then you can, as the second option, you can give out a more customizable version, right? So you're going to have that, you're going to have both versions, right? Because when you create this file, when you export it, you can export it as a movie, or then you have the actual file that you can go out and keep editing it, the source file, if you will. And so the source file, you can give out as part of a content locking thing, right? Because so, you could just make a video. You don't even have to be on the screen. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just demo this product, and you could maybe add some options to it. And you don't even need to do this yourself, right? You can go on Fiverr, pay some guy like $10. It's fairly easy to do it, right? It's fairly easy to do it. You can pay some guy, $5, $10, $15, depending on the complexity. They will do it. And they will give you the movie, and they will give you also the source code, the customizable part. So you don't even need to customize it. You don't even need to figure out how Adobe After Effects or Apple Motion work and all of that. You can basically download it. I don't know if you can download these ones and make a video about them. Your video, somebody might have a problem with it. Maybe you want to contact this guy and say, hey, can I create a video about it? Can I give out your plugin? But if you're gonna make a video about it, and whoever designed this plugin, they see that it's a copy of what they're doing, they might have a problem with that. And so my suggestion is it's a very cheap thing. And this is not limited to this, right? I just wanted to give you a concrete example, right? There's a lot of things. If I search on YouTube, YouTube subscribe animation, I have another one, right? 20K views, 2 million views, 1.6 million views. There's another one, how to make an animated subscribe button, right? You can even do that. You can have a little tutorial, have somebody do it, and then you can give out these files. And this is a perfect content locking opportunity, because here you're making two versions, right? Content locking, there are a lot of ways to do content locking, right? You can lock just, the content and be done with it. Or you can give value and then lock the more premium part of the content, and that's it. So, what I like about this method is that it's not very complicated. And in my opinion, the simple stuff usually wins, right? Keep it simple, stupid, the KISS principle. I'm a big fan of that. And this is not a glorious video about, affiliate marketing or, making money online or anything crazy. This is a simple animation, right? And this video is 2 minutes long, and it has 2 million views, and, everybody likes it. And you can content lock that part. And you can also contact this guy and say, hey, I want to host this file. Maybe you guys can have an arrangement. Maybe you can have some revenue split or something like that. But in my opinion, I would just hire some guy on Fiverr, say, hey, create me this animation in like Adobe After Effects or Apple Motion, depending on your preferences or whatever they want to do, right? Or even in Keynote, and say, hey, create me this file, give me the source code, and then give me the actual movie. You're going to give out the movie for free, and then source code, you're actually going to content locking. That is, in my opinion, one of the easiest ways. And obviously, this is just one way. There are a million ways of doing it. I just wanted to give you a concrete example. So we're not talking in theory. We're not, talking, thinking about different ideas. We just have a concrete idea, and here we are. Here's another one, free subscribe animation template. Here's another animation. There's another animation. This one got 30,000 views, 18,000 views, 46,000 views in 9 months. So there's 200,000 views in 6 months. So there's a lot of interest in it, because a lot of YouTubers, they see other YouTube videos and they see that animation. And you can actually content lock him, because as you can see, this thing, there's a lot, and there's a lot of variations of the search phrase, right? If I go here, all of these are different search phrases that people type in. So you can target subscribe, intro green screen, Instagram green screen, YouTube channel. Maybe there's some stuff for Facebook. The sky's the limit. But if you're not an expert in this kind of things, like I am, I'm not really an expert, then you gotta go out and find somebody on Fiverr. And I'm sure you can find lots of gigs that already do this, and they can whip something up very quickly because they already have the template for this. They've done it before, so they might modify it a little bit, and they're just gonna give in. This is gonna be original work, and you can do whatever you want with it. And so in my opinion, that's gonna be one of the easiest ways to start with content locking. Now, if you are, now that I've given you an idea, maybe you have another similar idea, maybe you've got your mind thinking and you want to implement something else, that's absolutely fine. I just wanted to share with you some thoughts about something that I've been doing, when I was, searching for this, and I realized this is a perfect content locking opportunity. And by the way, you can go to CPAGRIP, sign up. It has a content locker, URL and file locker, which I think is going to be perfect for this. It also has a video locker, all for well, right? So this is very, very suitable for this. And this is a network that is very much geared with content locking. And so this is what I would recommend. And who knows, I might even go out and try this myself, because it's such a simple idea, and I don't think a lot of people are content locking this piece of content. So, be on the lookout for new ideas. Start thinking about where can you, monetize some kind of premium assets. Maybe you already have a site and you want to create some extra assets, a PDF, a video, whatever, and you want to monetize it. All right, guys. So anyway, I hope you've gotten some value out of this video. I don't want to talk too long. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. And so if you have any questions, leave them below. I'm going to, answer all questions. If you like this video, definitely click the like button. It really helps out a lot. And if you like this type of video, you want to see more videos, you want to be notified about all these, money-making tactics, making money online, things like that, definitely subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and I will talk to you in the next video.